What I'm looking for is a contractor that is thinking about the project as a whole. One of my biggest green flags for a contractor is the expression yes and or yes but. The answer to your question, can this be done, barring, code violations or what have you, is yes, with enough time and enough money, we can do that for you. A contractor that responds to a request with yes, and this is what it's gonna take. Another major green flag for me when I'm working with contractors is how do they talk to me? How do they talk to the client? How do they explain things? If I ask for something, or if they're telling me we need to do something, are they saying, this is the way it is and don't ask me any questions? Or are they saying, all right, let me show you on the back of the house, this is what the electrical connection from the electric company looks like. This is why it's not sufficient for what we're doing in the house. This is why it needs to be upgraded, and show you all the ways that that affects what needs to happen here and why you're gonna see that on your quote. If I get that kind of explanation where they're showing me and they're talking me through it and they're answering questions, I don't mean like in a patronizing mansplaining kind of way. I mean in a what can I do to make you comfortable kind of way. That to me tells me they're willing to take the time, not just to work with me, but to work with our clients. So you want somebody that you like talking to, that you don't mind asking questions. You don't want to feel like you can't ask. Another green flag, and this is a big one, is a contractor who says the phrase, project management. So if I have a GC and he's just a guy with a van, and he doesn't have a dedicated project manager and doesn't talk through project management with me, that means that nobody's managing this project. And either it falls on me, which is fine, because sometimes I get hired to do that, or it falls on the client, which is not fine, because they are not trained and that's not what they're expecting. General contracting implicitly involves project management. So if they're not talking about that project management, if they don't have a project manager, and if your project is more than, $50,000, and there's no project manager there, it's you. I hate to break it to you, but it's you.